You love me so, me so, me so. I know. You love me so, me so, me so. I know. You love me so, me so, me so.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another classic installment of Navigating Life with Viwe. But this time around, without Viwe herself, we miss her always because she's the one that is steering us up into healthy conversations, if not polarizing. So today I've got two amazing personalities. Sometimes we chop and change because we want to see something, because we can, and we want to mix energies. Energies that help us into insights. We've been talking about family structure, we've been talking about kids, we've been talking about parenting, we've been talking about marriage, we've been talking about blended families, but let's take things a little laterally. Let's talk about sibling relations.
Yeah.
Rivalry.
Yeah.
Rivalry.
Hey.
And
So
just
well
love. I've got the zestful Dr. Zikhona Hlalempini,
Hello, dog.
our resident doc.
Hello,
Well-
everybody. Hello, navigators. Thank you, Mawethu.
Good to have you all the time. And then I've got a friend of mine whom I always get nervous when I'm surrounded with. When having to do something like this, and then you interview Brian. Well, Brian is used to interviewing people. Now I have to sit across him and interview him. But hey, it's no different to the conversations that we normally have.
For sure.
Welcome, Brain Zongamele Ndevu.
Chomam, the words.
Thank you very much for honoring the invite, man.
Dog, kwesa ngotiwa upei. Hello, Pei.
There you go.
Viwe,
You see, these are
Our
the
resident
wonderful
Bay.
works of yours, Viwe. I hope you're listening. You see what you've done? Zikhona,
Oh, Mawethu.
how many siblings do you have?
Oh, I have been blessed with two.
Beautiful.
Two.
So what's the age difference?
Well, there's three of us. Age difference, I'm 44. My sister is 34, 10-year difference. My brother is 28 now.
Right.
So we have quite a difference.
Nice.
And the difference is quite nice in that when my sister was born, I was 10. And by then, I had given up hope that my mom was going to give me a sibling.
Right.
I was like, why are you doing this to me? So when my mom, when she was born, I wanted to do all the changing.
Just when you're shining.
I wanted to do everything. And I was also getting paid. My mom would buy me chocolate and give me money. So it was quite a good, for some time, I made money from it.
Yeah,
it
so you were
was a
so
good
invested
business. It was a
in
good
your
business.
little sibling. Oh, that's beautiful. I like how your mom involved you. And then you were not a grumpy child when another installment came. Another issue of hers came.
No,
two other
definitely.
installments.
We were
Two
too. No, we
more.
were too. The age difference was too far apart
I
for her,
see.
for us to have had. My sister. I used to sing to her. I'd be like, "There first Noel." My sister would cry.
Lovely.
But now we're Sabegisa. Come on, dog. Come on. We're Sabegisa.
All right, guys.
For me.
I love this. Okay. Ryan,
Ganam.
I have two siblings.
You.
Right?
Diabas.
And the first one, when I was born, the first one was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Right? And I thought it was my time to shine. And I was just 2 solid years old. And I was cruising nicely. In came the last born. So I had this attention from my parents.
You had 365 days times 2. And then it was game over.
Absolutely. Can you relate?
Ganam.
Yeah?
I can't relate. My older sister is 6 years older than me,
Okay.
and then my younger sister, she is 8 years younger than me. So I had that brief moment of
Yeah.
glory,
Yeah.
and then yes, it was game over. I'm gonna. So
Still in your child like that.
mnanawe middle child syndrome.
Middle child syndrome.
2 girls, one above, one below, and
the
then you're
mediator,
where do I
a
fit in?
go-between.
Yisho.
Yeah, secrets from both sides.
Yisho. And then nguwe ke ngoku yabo umchita.
Right. Now, here I'm blessed with a middle child and a
And the
mafungwash.
eldest, umafungwashe,
Umafungwashe.
yeah.
Pretty
Umafungwashe, yeah.
So tell us about that experience. To whom much is given.
Okay, oh gosh. My siblings and I have had a journey. Ne?
Yeah.
I first have to tell you this. Yesterday was Friday. My sister sends me a message. Are you able to take a call? Are you busy right now? Anyway, she keeps writing instead of waiting for my response.
Right.
By the way, there's something in Ukfagaleo and I look at your bank account.
Oh, beautiful, man. Wow. Okay.
By the way, there's something in Ukfagaleo and I look at your bank account. And I'm like seeing a patient there and I'm like, woo, woo. So,
Okay.
I mean, being a firstborn,
Yeah.
there's a lot that's in your shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I also hold my firstborn to a very high standard. I tell him that whatever you do and you become, your siblings become, I had to be such an example to them. I had to do well at school to show them that school is something that's not hard. I had to not fall pregnant. I had to do so many things to ensure that they will be well. But they,
Uxanduva lakho lukhulu nje.
you become a secondary parent because you must understand I come from a broken home.
Right.
You know, my mom and my stepfather, who was there, my sibling's father, had a very bad marriage, on and off. Pofu, he'll be gone for a year and a half, come back, my mom takes him back, leaves, comes, she keeps taking him up until the time he left and never came back. So it was never my mother's decision for the marriage to end. He just one day never came back. So you must understand, when you grow up in a situation like that, and then there are these siblings, you're also trying for them to not feel the effects of this dysfunctionality, because there is a dysfunctionality, you know.
Yeah.
And I know for myself that my mother was not the same parent to all three of us, because we all came at very different times in her life.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
quite...
So for me, for me, how I look at them, because I know that people compare siblings a lot. Ne? Now, it's very difficult for me to compare myself to my siblings, even if maybe they might compare themselves to me. But I know my mother was not the same person when she had me versus when she had my sister versus when she had my brother. With me, my mother, I was her project. She was 16.
Yeah.
She fell pregnant with me, and she decided to have this child. She didn't have an abortion. She decided to have me, and I was this person. She did all my homework with me, did everything with me. My mother was, I was her project.
Literally pilot project.
Pilot project. Yes, I was her pilot project.
So with you, Brian,
Yeah.
did you ever feel the seniority from your sister as far as authority is concerned? Did you feel parented where it was not supposed to come from?
You know,
You do come from what I would classify as a normal household with a mom and a dad,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
We'll talk about that, but let's talk about your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about about being supervised. If you like.
Man, Jonga, my older sister, Unolita has always been that woman that supports. She's always played her motherly role.
Beautiful. Right.
Up to and even into my adulthood.
Right.
You know, she's always been there. On some, Jonga, Zikhona, run to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, ungu ingalo zivulekile.
Yeah.
Yiza. She's always played that role. And akankunzi ngayo lo role le. Uyazazi ngobana ungumafungwashe, but at the same time xa kukho izinto ezenzekayo uvele athi if ubhutoma bekhona. And now she's referring to me.
Right.
Into yobana if ubhutoma bekhona bekuzakwenzeka ngolu hlobo mandifuna ubhuti wami.
So you've become dependable.
My man, we have that relationship with my older sister because, man, sisuke eMtanzania kwa-1, and then eventually, some over from kwa-1, and I used to go and fetch my sister from Fort Hare, ifunda khona college.
Okay.
I started driving when I was 9. So
You started driving when you were 9.
when I was 9 years old, yeah.
You don't strike me as a tall chap.
My man,
how
that
short were you?
tractor ndanga. That better ngetractor ndanga ikhuba nalapha apha ngemva.
Wow.
Itime ithi masambe isiyolima.
Okay.
So by the time I got into a car, I'm like 13, 14 years old, 15 years old. The time I really ithi kawami from Nibigeti again. From Beacon Bay to it again. Ibendi to go and fetch my sister, and she knew into bana.
Wow.
Awesome
Awesome.
So I've always had that relationship with my sister, and much respect for that woman. I won't lie to you.
Love it, man. I hope it carries on, right, as it did from cradle all the way to the grave.
Yeah, so I'm not saying we don't have our issues.
We're coming to them.
do have our
Hold your
issues,
breath. You think you'll be spared? Of course, we're going to talk about your issues. You think we're here
This is
to
not
actually
that kind
talk
of
about
podcast.
a hunky-dory situation? No. So, Zikhona, at what stage did you start having difficult conversations? I can imagine with the age gap. You said there's a 10-year age gap
10 with my sister and
with your
16
sister.
with my brother.
Now, I can imagine her deferring to you as her elder sister and almost to a point where, before she could make sense to herself, you had to knock some sense into her. At what stage now did you feel that she's coming into her own and now you guys can start having reflective conversations? And how did that experience go?
Okay, if I were to think about it, it would be so nice if my sister were here as well, because she's someone who has very clear recollection of our past.
She's the one with the memory of
she's actually our memory keeper.
Nice.
If I want to remember something, I'll go and talk to her. But
That's your repository.
yes, I'm a firstborn. I literally became a provider for a long time for my sister and my brother. Ne?
Okay.
And when you play in a role, you're by a provider. Kunzima to have reflective conversations. No one can reflect from someone who's supporting them. There's no reflection. Yeah, I would say that for the longest time, I supported my sister and supported my brother, and I'd say, maybe our reflections happened more after our mother died. I think our mother was so clever that she ensured that throughout the years she was alive, that she was the matriarch.
Yeah.
So as a matriarch, my mother was a classic matriarch.
Yeah.
As a matriarch, my mother, my mom, I man, they should make a movie about that man.
Look at this picture. Get the way she's smiling.
Yeah.
My mom, she ensured that I did everything that needed to be done for them.
Okay.
To a point where, whether I liked it or not, it's going to be done. Whether I still wanted to do it or not, it was still going to be done. So I think some of the parenting skills like as a matriarchy, it took longer for us to now then connect as individuals. Matriarchy also indents some kind of resentment, and now they probably sit with their own types of resentments because everyone is doing what my mom wants.
Yeah.
This is my mom's house. And with my mom, even if you are married, you're married for yourself, you're part of this family. She tells you what you're going to do about your life for the rest of your life. So, so I'd say, as Mawethu died, my sister and I, we sit and we adults now. Our mother died 5 years ago. So I'd say we've had a more beautiful person. So I would say in the last 5 years, we've had to get to to be each other's, to have each other's backs.
Yeah.
And this comes from times where we've had times where sing at head, like it's been 6 months or a year, and I'm not talking to her. But you know, with my mom being gone, we have that grace. You know, we've developed that mercy where I know that she's the person I talk to. If there's a problem, if I have any problem, she's the person I call. And so I would say for me that's how it went. Other than our mother controlled how we connected.
I was gripped by the word matriarchy. You know, we live in a patriarchal society, so it's quite exciting to hear that there are some matriarchs. We've always had matriarchs, by the way. Do you feel that
Mawethu.
she reproduced herself in you, and do you think that that's how you have
I think she
lived
did.
out an experience?
I think she did.
I think she did.
Yeah, she definitely did.
Yeah,
She definitely did.
Now,
She definitely motherhood as well. Mama bear.
through the sibling relations, your relationship with your siblings, obviously, that you've actually said it quite extensively. But now, your character as a woman, your character as a colleague, your character as a wife, did that matriarchal element, you know, take root in your sphere of influence? Do you feel that you are, I have a sister, right? She's the firstborn, strong-willed individual, right? Very confident, assertive, a motor mouth type yabo Brian, a motor mouth, and highly intelligent. And when I sit across you, you know, there is always a remembrance, you know, of her, you know, wow, okay. Elements of the firstborn. Okay,
thank you.
So now you tell me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. The reason why the word matriarch or as you put it, is not something that is referred to a lot. Is that, first of all, a matriarch, their reign ends only when they die. There's never going to be two matriarchs in a family. I could not have been a matriarch, and my mother is a matriarch during her lifetime. You must understand that throughout her lifetime, my mother, I'll give you an example. You know, when I was an intern, I was married.
Okay.
I was married, and says, Zikhona, Vusumzi is my uncle, her younger brother, is coming to live with you. Okay, but I'm married. Oh, Zikhona, look, that's for you. Vusumzi is coming to protect my child.
Oh,
the marriage is for you. Don't worry. You know, you can marry 100 times. That is just for your entertainment.
So she didn't quite cut the apron string.
Vusumzi is coming for the 2 years to come and stay with you to protect my child.
Yeah.
Vusumzi is going to be going to work with you. Vusumzi is going to be going to calls with you. You and your husband will have your own. So a matriarch, their reign ends at the time they die.
Yeah.
Would I want to be a matriarch like that woman? Of course.
That's profound.
That is profound.
Their reign ends when they die.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
sounds so imperial.
And I must also explain something when I say that. I said the reign ends when they die. And now I'll tell you something about royalty. Many years ago, if a king died, it didn't take 3 months. It didn't take 3 months for a new king to be put. It didn't take a year.
Yeah.
There are times in histories where 6 years there's a time of mourning.
Wow.
Yeah.
When during a time where royalty falls, a nation must mourn. And a mourning time there's been recorded times of 10 years of
No
mourning.
succession debate.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, so when a matriarch falls, there's a time for mourning. And in that time, there's no time for a new matriarch to be born. I can say this. A lot of her traits I have in me, because remember, I have her DNA inside me.
Yeah, of course.
So who she is, I will always be. I come from her.
Yeah. I love how you get animated when you speak of her.
You are so emotional right now.
Yeah, I
dog.
know, I know.
You said that with so much emotion.
Yeah.
China,
and, passion.
it resonates.
Let's test now how it resonates,
Hey,
Brian.
yeah,
Because now you are, as much as you're a second-born, right?
Yeah.
But in the Xhosa thought structure,
yeah,
all right, let me not minimize it and make it a closer thing, but in the African thought structure,
Yeah.
you the firstborn son.
Yeah.
So that is a very strategic position and authority
Yeah. Of the
Right.
firstborn son.
in the African family setting.
Bro.
Now, you have a sister, or inkulu kowenu, who in her own right, umafungwashe,
Yeah.
the one that her father swears by.
Yeah.
So, your sisters are claiming their brother.
Yes.
Your mom is claiming her precious son.
You.
Your dad is claiming inkulu yakhe,
Bro.
his firstborn. You know?
I.
And then your wife is claiming her husband.
Yay.
Now, just share with us your experience in that world.
It's not the easiest plateau to navigate.
Sure.
There are times where I wish my father was still alive because I would have someone to bounce things off of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
can see the way you are just mulling
so there's my mom, my two sisters,
over
right?
it. Yeah.
Mama swears by me, ndingunyana wakhe. My sister swears by me, ndingubhuti. My two sisters swear by me,
Yeah.
ndingubhuti.
Yeah.
Ndinkulu ekhaya according to ngokwesiXhosa ke anzoyibiza. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you sit there thinking to yourself, in the banner flip, I am overpowered by the expectations zabantu aba. Bebo bathathu bebodwa. Leave my wife alone.
Yes.
Askafiki kuyi.
Yeah.
The expectations zaba balapha ekhaya, my mom, okokuqala. And then my two sisters. Expectations zabo bebo yi-3. I must fulfill them, right?
Yeah.
And then kuphinde kubekho expectations zomfazi wami as well into bana exam.
Yeah.
So I am kukho a sense of being overwhelmed, and yes, the thing amajita was I think some of the things we don't talk about are the fact that we are overwhelmed by the pressures
Yeah.
that I don't hate to use it, songanyelwa. Kama langu zongamele.
Yes.
Songanyelwa.
Yeah.
Pressures ezihlala emagxini ethu.
Tell me about it.
Uxanduva lukhulu kuthi ihlo singamajita. And one of the saddest things is that asinandawo yophokoza kuyo. Because apho ukhe waqala uphokoza uzaba ngathi weak.
God can sell a man.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'll chase you on that one. Uxanduva lethu lukhulu. But apho uphokoze khona ungumjita uzaba ngathi weak.
True.
Kuthiwe you are being
A
emotional.
weakling. Yeah.
Kuthiwe you are being emotional.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you things that I've heard from my younger sister, like my sisters in the one. You can't show your emotion. Ungumjita. Mayiphele lando eti indoda ifela ngaphakathi. Okanye you know what I mean? Because we have emotions. One of the hardest things for me is la way yobana, okay, I must navigate my feelings. Nangona bekhubekile mangakhubeki that much. If ugiliswe imoto maningacaphuki mna.
Be that cushion.
Yeah.
Be that cushion.
I must always be strong, right? Is there a point where I can be weak, where I can be allowed to be weak and just let go?
You should be allowed to be. You should be.
But Mchana, the society we live in, Doc, and now it doesn't allow for him to umchita magabe weak.
But the minute we can't allow you to be weak, then we are going to start having more mental health problems.
That's exactly why.
So we don't want to get there.
That's exactly why 28% of the suicide rate in South Africa, ngamachita. Because
and can I add something to that statistic?
Sure.
Men complete suicides.
Yeah.
Women are usually parasuicidal. They come to us.
I
They
do
drink
not-
tablets and they come to us. I've drunk 10 tablets Men
Complete.
perform completed suicides.
Jonga.
So basically, it's
it's
much
not a-
higher if you were to do a study.
It's not a suicide for men is not a dress rehearsal.
It isn't.
These realities are very important on how we relate with, bones of our bones, flesh of our flesh.
Well, now how
blood
do
of
you
our blood,
relate to that?
Right.
Anama?
With me, I have an older sister. I have a younger sister.
Yep.
Right?
City.
Yeah.
We've got milk child syndrome.
Just the moment I think that they are similar in character, I realize there are differences. Because there are times where I spend time exclusively with Omdala and we get along so well. All right? We get along so well. There's a 4-year age difference between the two of us.
Yeah.
Okay? Her concerns, her high lows and her highs and her lows, I am fully alive to them. All right? And I know how to handle her.
Yeah.
And then there are times when, because of a gender thing, they become so close together and I feel excluded.
Yo,
Right?
Jonga.
And then they
Jonga.
get pissed with each other.
Man.
And then I have to go between them.
Man.
Middle child syndrome.
Man.
And study their different characters and have a different approach to a
Bro.
point where one to the other can think I'm a sellout.
Bro.
Right?
And then
How do you keep the secrets?
And then
And again-
xa sele bevala nguwe you're on some
and not to come across biased, you have to trump on the gossip actually and say no but ayikho lento akayenzayo naye Nobuntu is just being childish naye
Yeah.
go back to Nobuntu like hey yamazi man usisi wakhe
you see now.
you understand. So that's what becomes of you. But then you must also be acutely aware of the strengths, the character, the weaknesses of your siblings.
Yeah.
Now, how do you then juggle, and how do you assign tasks when it comes to family gatherings
Yeah.
to your siblings, not by age or by order of your birth, but by the abilities and the quality of their characters. And you just accept that they've got exceptional gifts, that are better than yours.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a stage where my younger sister can do this better than me? I'll give you an example. Uzomzi is very intelligent, but yabaza abantu intelligent versus the emotional.
Yeah, emotional quotient yabo.
Quotient
Yeah.
yabo. It's not necessarily the highest.
The IQ
Absolutely.
yabo is high,
Yes.
EQ yabo is very low.
And then you've got my younger sister, right?
EQ high. Yeah.
Very assertive,
Yeah.
EQ on all-time high.
Yeah.
Academically, agazi. Like, she's not really...
Yeah.
I think she's too clever for school.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way.
Too cool for school.
But
Yeah.
Listen,
Too cool for
she
school.
is the
Nobuntu,
smarter,
yeah.
in my view.
The point.
My sister is the most intelligent, Omdala.
Yeah.
My younger sister is the smartest.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, what?
Street smarts and book smarts.
Book smart. Those are my sisters.
Yeah,
And then
street smart,
I'm
book
just
smart.
a bit mellow on both sides.
And then when you just look smart.
So with you guys,
according to them, you just look smart.
so with you, Zikhona, have you been honest, or rather, have you been realistic about the strengths that your siblings have from your brother to your sister?
Okay, I'm going to say it's just a little bit about my brother. My brother and I share a 16-year age gap, like I've said.
Oh,
And,
wow. That's
So it's quite big.
Yeah, it's
And when my mom fell pregnant with my brother, I'm like, people are going to think this is my child, you know that, right? So now
you had
I'm
to
going to be
confront your
branded
mom.
as a teenage pregnancy.
Mama, what are you doing?
Why are you even having sex?
Oh
God, how
my.
old are you? My mother was probably 35 or 36. And for me, it was so bad. So my brother, he got introduced to drugs very, very young. He must have probably been in grade 7 when he started drugs. And drugs became a huge part of our journey as a family. And it's very difficult for me to be able to engage in something where I can talk a lot about my brother. I lost my brother to drugs when my brother was young. My brother right now is my brother. You know, he'll call me and let me know that he loves me.
Sweet.
You know, He'll call me on my birthday. But I think because my brother used drugs, I think they altered his brain. I don't even think my brother uses actively, but I don't think he is ever fine. You know, he laughs by himself a lot. I don't even think he needs something to make him high. His brain just got altered and became high forever. And I think that was one of the hardest things my mother had to go through and understand and cope with. So there's I don't think there's a lot that we can entrust and say, okay, my brother is gonna be able to do this and not make sure that okay, we check that it's being done. I mean, but we hope. I mean, we're there for him. We've taken him to many different rehabs after our mom died. We're there for him. He knows. He knows we love him. He knows we will be there for him till the end of time.
Okay.
So I'd say it's more me and my sister. With me and my sister, oh gosh, sister there's nothing she can't do. Oh gosh, sister
I love it.
Sister
Superhero.
you?
Yeah.
Sister like if tomorrow I were to be in an accident, Viwe did accident. Yenzi plan.
Wow.
Viwe makes a plan about everything.
Female version of Hercules.
Yeah.
No.
Guys, Viwe, the way she has taught us. Viwe, you know how you're saying your sister is smart?
Yeah.
My sister doesn't have a degree, but she's smarter than me. Viwe has found a way to hack to a point about hack a conversation.
Hey.
As long as your phone is on, Viwe can hear every conversation. She doesn't hack just a hack your WhatsApp.
She really not talk.
She hacks.
Are you sure?
My sister, the things she teaches herself, I'm like, Viwe, why did you think it was important to learn this skill? Because it does,
natural talents.
She's so naturally talented and
African genius. Zongamele, I was in Limpopo for 6 years.
Remember.
Wherever you go, you learn of certain things in our beautiful indigenous languages. The Bedis say, "Malui kibaratani." Yeah, those who fight are those who love themselves. You know, lovers are fighters or whatever.
Lover and a fighter.
Yeah. Now, tell me of your moments with your siblings when you've got those bitter fights. Where do they come from? Do they come from your natural sibling rivalry? Do they come from competition, unhealthy competition? Do they just come from defiance and disrespect amongst siblings? Claim to seniority? Infantilizing others?
My older sister and I rarely fight.
Okay. All right.
My older sister and I rarely fight. My younger sister and I, though, yes, it's a different story. It's a different story.
What? Menza do umntana bani?
Unmenzi.
But here you are. That you guys are fighting. Okay. You have such a big brother mentality. Somebody say at home, don't have a big brother mentality. Sure. All the time her fault?
She'll walk up to me like this. Hey,
my goodness.
Libukele oledi lithi uyambona kumntana wakho wenza nini athi hayi Zongamele ndithini apho ndipushe khona Zongamele hayi amunza moyibo how am I supposed to react because now she's breathing my air type of thing, you know what I mean? Ayizonto ezincinci man zibalekile ngasilwa ngazo okanye xa sixabana ngazo. Ayonto encinci like kusejonga. Like I've got her back, she's got my back. She knows, and she knows. When she's in trouble, she calls me. I'm there. You know.
Sweet.
I don't ask questions. I'm there. I'll ask questions later. Let's get the F out of here. What's going on here? If you can be in the calendar, like say, this is my sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, hold on. You know,
Protective.
All
the time.
You know what I mean?
I know it.
Wow.
I know it.
But then at the same time, ufika kwethu endlini, yo ndim naye into yobana ubusenzani wena? Why did you, you know?
Yeah, the
sawulwa
chickens
late.
come home to roost.
Yeah. We'll fight later. But let me get you out of this. We'll fight
Yeah.
later. Ulwa kwethu, and it'll be that. Into yobana it says, hey man, you know,
Yeah.
utyazile apha ngohlobo nangolhlobo, and don't do this again. And dude, come on, work with me. And bruh, you can only teach umntu how to love you, right, and how to respect you.
Yeah.
If akafuna uyenza loo nto leyo, ukhetha ngokwakhe. You know what I mean? You can only say to umntu so many times ubana ekse uyatyaza ngolhlobo, khayeke le way yenza.
Yeah.
And then eventually you just, okay, watch what happens. Yenzeke, and you're on some, I told you though. Into yobana ekse by le way.
Absolutely.
And I tried to protect you from it, okanye prevent this happening to you. But there you went. So
Hard conversations are hard, but they must happen. Especially amongst people who claim to love one another.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that is hard.
You are bound by the bond.
Yeah.
Zikhona, through life's changing phases and stormy seas, do you feel that your sister is uniquely positioned to be your safe space and no one else? Is there that sibling, or is there a responsibility that you can entrust your sibling with that you feel you cannot entrust with anybody else? Based purely on trust, on how much you share and how far your relationship goes?
After my mom died, we had to learn to survive. We had to learn to survive because, remember, our mother was responsible for everything, you know, buying our clothes. I didn't even know the size of my bra.
Yeah.
So luckily my sister had been taught by my mom what I wear.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say, okay,
36C, 34B.
34B. Do they have D's as well? Okay.
Right after our mom died, we practiced this it's a Jewish custom.
Right.
It's called Shiva.
Okay.
So luckily, since my siblings actually listened to me, I had a house in Qinza, I had a beach house in Qinza. We sat there for the 7 days. You know, the 7 days we mourned. The 7 days we prayed. The 7 days we sat and decided it is going to be us we rely on for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And we sat and made decisions about how we carry her name, her memory, how do we carry her memory forward. And the one thing that we decided in that meeting as siblings, the one thing that we decided was this. We were going to ensure that our mother rests in peace.
Yeah.
And the only way that we know our mother was going to rest in peace is for us to be united. All our mother ever wanted was for us to be united. And that will make her rest in peace. Okay. So within that Shiva, that's what we said how to achieve, to always be at peace with one another.
So you took a vow.
We took a vow.
Yeah.
Our mother, we will ensure our mother
like
rests
a sworn
in peace.
statement. Yeah.
That is not a negotiable. Wow. She will rest in peace. It doesn't matter what one will do to the other. We because our mother was that great. She deserves to rest in peace.
So you do feel like you can only go to your siblings regarding certain
I was telling someone just now, if we died tomorrow, I have so many things that only Vuyo knows. If Word is not there tomorrow, there are so many things that only Vuyo knows. Only Vuyo knows.
Great.
So and I don't know what I'm going to do with that because only Vuyo knows.
Yeah.
Only Vuyo knows what to do when something
God
happens.
forbid, you guys are going to live.
Yeah, touch wood, man.
Yeah. Is there anything that you feel that you have to shield your siblings from? You can't share anything with them?
Bro.
Because you're just being a big brother, or you're just being strong, or you're just being a man?
Recently, and for the first time, and I'm 45 turning 46. Yeah. For the first time.
Oh.
Really? Kevin Hart?
Damn. I'm kidding, you don't look your age.
For the first time, as it was, I bore my soul to my sisters and my mother. We are now in September.
Right.
It was for the first time in January after 46 years. Well, I suppose after Senim Ta'ala, well, I mean, can't we exactly count all 46?
Yes.
So let's count from 20, right? After 26 years, right, 25, 26 years, I bore my soul
Right.
to my sisters. And I was like, yo, I'm in a bad space. I've been in a bad space for the last 25, 26 years. By the time I left East London to go to Joburg, I was in a bad space. It was the first time I was actually ndikwazi uphokoza kubo ndithi kubo exam andikho grand man. This is what I'm going through. I've been diagnosed with anxiety and depression. It was the first time they see Chokubu Nobana exam. Go blind, guys. And I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Like,
That was brave.
9 years ago,
Oh, yes.
and even that was even more pressure.
Yeah.
The Chokubo in the guys, I can't. Like, go blind. You know what I mean? Where's
Yeah, look, that was also liberating. So well done to you. Kudos to you for actually,
Thank you for being so strong. And
like we need to learn how to pour out.
I just want to add to what Brian has just said. My father died by suicide, and I'm very prone to being suicidal without having anything happen to me.
Yeah, it's tough in the studio today, gentlemen. We're touching.
Now, because I suffer from this and I'm on medication from it, my sister knows it. When I feel like I'm starting to float, I'll call Viwe and say I'm floating.
I'm not okay.
Viwe will know if I'm floating. I need to be anchored down. And she'll know. She'll say, let's go to mom. Let's go visit mom. Let's do something. So there's power in having siblings. There's power in telling our stories.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Zikhona. Thank you so much for being open, for being vulnerable. And I would like to impress upon you guys that you've done very well, thus far with relationships that you have secured with your siblings. Continue to love them. Continue to hold them in high regard. And continue to trash talk with them. And it's okay to
no later
yes,
love you guys. Nina.
And be simplistic. And with my two sisters, I've always loved you. I will always love you. We have had our fights. We have had our bickerings. Sometimes we wouldn't be on speaking terms, but I would not have chosen any other pair.
Come on.
I don't mind being a go-between, a mediator, and a diplomat between the two of you. I say this because this is an age-old scourge, if you like. The very first family that we're being told about, if you're Christian, Abel and Cain. Abel and Cain.
Cain and Abel, yep.
Jacob and Esau.
Yeah.
You understand? So this thing is almost imprinted upon each family, but forgive and forget. It's your flesh and blood.
Yeah, man.
And may you be bound by the bond. And may we spread love and let siblings thrive, and let's not clip one another's wings.
Yeah,
and
man.
let us continue to admire.
Yeah, man. Let's flourish.
Ingane zoma, ingane zoma.
Ingane ngama.
Thank you very much for watching.
Oh, I know.